Hey, first grade, and welcome to day 6 of Module 2. Today, for reading, you are going to answer this question. What is happening in 7 Blind Mice? Yesterday, you noticed and wondered, and you heard the story for the first time. Today, our new learning goal is you are going to find out what is happening. We usually do that by finding out the story elements. Remember, the characters, the setting, the problem, and the resolution. Those 4 things help us retell a story. Well, today I'm going to read it to you one more time, and you are going to listen for those 4 things so that you can retell the story. Okay, so now is the time that you can get your 7 Blind Mice book if you have one. Remember, if you do not have one, you can just follow along with me. And then after you listen, then you can always go back to the PDF version that is on slide 1. Okay, let's listen carefully so that you can be able to tell what is happening in 7 Blind Mice by Ed Young. Remember, this special award right here is because Ed Young has really great illustrations. One day, 7 blind mice were surprised to find a strange something by their pond. "What is it?" they cried, and they all ran home. On Monday, Red Mouse went first to find out. Okay, let's go back and let's think about, have you seen some characters? You saw the mice. Yes, and how many were there? 7. There were 7 mice, so those are our main characters. Did you hear where they were in the story? You had to really be listening carefully. Let's listen one more time. One day, 7 blind mice were surprised to find a strange something by their pond. Where are they? Oh, they're by their pond. I have the characters and the setting. We'll keep going, see if I find out more. On Monday, Red Mouse went first to find out. "It's a pillar," he said. No one believed him. On Tuesday, Green Mouse set out. He was the second to go. "It's a snake," he said. "No," said Yellow Mouse on Wednesday. "It's a spear." He was the third in turn. The fourth was Purple Mouse. He went on Thursday. "It's a great cliff," he said. Orange Mouse went on Friday, the fifth to go. "It's a fan," he cried. "I felt it move." The sixth to go was Blue Mouse. He went on Saturday and said, "It's nothing but a rope." But the others didn't agree. They began to argue. A snake, a rope, a fan, a cliff. Until on Sunday, the white mouse, the 7th mouse, went to the pond. Okay, so we know our characters, and we heard that the setting was the pond. But another part of a setting is when the story takes place. Did you hear some days of the week? Yes. So this story took place over 1 week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So at a pond, and it lasted 1 week. Took place over 1 week. Let's find out what the white mouse does. No, wait. Before I move on, did you also hear the problem? Tell your learning partner what you think the problem is. Did you say that each of the mice only went over one part of the something and they couldn't figure out what it really was? They kept arguing and they couldn't figure out what the something was. Okay, let's see if they solve their problem. Listen for the resolution. When she came upon the something, she ran up one side and she ran down the other and she ran across the top from end to end. Ah, said White Mouse. Now I see. The something is as sturdy as a pillar. Remember, that means strong. Supple as a snake. They can go in and out easily. Wide as a cliff, sharp as a spear, breezy as a fan, stringy as a rope, but all together, the something is an elephant. See the elephant? And when the other mice ran up one side and down the other, across the something from end to end, they agreed. Now they saw too. The mouse moral. Knowing in part may make a fine tale, but wisdom comes from seeing the whole. And that's the end. Did you hear the resolution? What happened at the end of the story that helps them solve their problem? Tell your learning partner. Right. The problem was that the mice kept going just to one part of the something. And they couldn't figure out what it was because remember, they're blind. They can't see. And so they only were seeing or feeling, they were using their sense of touch. They were only feeling one part of the something. Well, then the white mouse had another idea. The resolution was that the white mouse went over the whole thing from end to end, every single part. And when he felt it, he realized it was an elephant because he went over the whole elephant. And it says in the end, after he explained it to them, and they went up and down and side to side and all around the something, they knew it was an elephant too. Now in the story, it says they saw it too. Could they see? Right. No, they really couldn't see. But what it means is that they were able to think about it in their mind. And by using their sense of touch, they could see it in their mind what it was. They could see that it was an elephant. Okay, so now it's your turn to show what you learned about each part of the story, the characters, the setting, the problem, and the resolution. You're going to show what is happening. So on this slide, you see a chart. It says characters, setting, problem, and resolution. And what you are going to do now, you can choose to either type in the boxes, who were the characters, what is the setting, what was the problem, and what was the resolution. That's how you're going to show what's happening today. Or If you would rather write in your journal, you can make what's called a foursquare, make a chart that looks just like what you see here, and you could record it in your journal and then just insert an image to show your work on this slide. You choose. All right, it's your time to work. Go and show your teacher what is happening in the 7 blind mice today.